Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome to Healing with Hila. This is your space for aligning, expanding, and reconnecting with who you truly are. I'm your host, Hila Ferguson. I'm a transpersonal hypnotherapist, life coach, and energy worker. Thank you so much for inviting me into your life. I really want to talk today about this concept that I've been processing and really understanding. And it's been interesting because it kind of contradicts, I feel like, a little bit of the foundation of spirituality that I learned. And it is this piece. And I feel like it's so powerful. In order to have something, we either need to want it or believe we're going to have it. As long as one of those conditions exists, we will be able to call it into our reality. And so, in order to get something, in order to manifest something, you do not have to believe that you're going to have it. And that concept, in a way, blew my mind. And in fact, the things that we want, really, really want, and then allow, right? Not apply a lot of resistance in having, come to us a lot faster than the things that we eventually believe and desire. Okay. And even when you feel into those concepts, I literally can feel the energy. Want allow feels so much faster. Belief desire feels so much slower. Still applicable, still powerful. And so I remember studying spirituality and addressing things with people. And I always was under the understanding that in order to call something in, you have to believe, right, that you're going to have it. If you don't believe you're going to have it, you're not going to be able to call it. And I actually remember the first time this happened to me. And it was one of the most pivotal moment of my life. I remember taking Lotus down for a nap, laying down with her. While I was laying down with her, I remember thinking to myself that I feel pregnant and that it's really crazy because I don't believe that I can get pregnant naturally. I did IVF for her. I struggled with infertility for 10 years. We weren't able to have kids naturally. Yet, me wanting another child was like way up there. I was doing work for it, calling it in. I was doing soul work, meditating. I was very much in my want, but I was not in the belief. And I remember she fell asleep and I walked to the other room to take a test. And I remember literally like the thought that I had in my head is, I don't think I consciously believe that I can get pregnant naturally. And it was positive. And my second Raya is 2 years old. And it was such a profound realization for me. I still couldn't understand, how did it happen? Like, how did it came to be? How did I call something in like that without having the belief that it can happen? And then the more I was diving deep into my work, the recent years, diving back into Abraham teachings and really listening to Abraham speak about the wanting and allowing and then the believing and desiring. And that you really just need one. And that in fact, the things that you want and allow will come faster. And now, it does not mean that when we put the two together, it's insanely powerful. If we want and allow and believe and desire, like results are going to be here in no time. That's just a recipe for super success. One of my favorite examples that Abraham talks about when it comes to wanting and not necessarily believing is that miraculous times where you hear about children being trapped under vehicles and the mom lifting the truck or the car, so like having super strength to do something. And it's such a great example, even though it's a little radical, but it really drives the point, right? Because it's like if you ask that same mom the night before, the day before, whatever, right? Like, can you lift a truck? Can you lift a car? She'd say, Of course not. Absolutely not. Like, I can barely lift my suitcases. And yet, And yet, in the moment, right, her want to save what is precious to her overrides everything else. It overrides any beliefs. And it allows her to do so and manifest reality instantly. And I really think that it's really true, and it's something to take into consideration and to think about. And another piece of the want is decisiveness, is determination. I experienced that as well, I feel like, through my fertility story. It was probably the biggest piece that spirit gave me is determination. It's like want on steroids. It's want as it's bridging into belief. It's not quite belief, but it's that bridge. Because in order to be so determined in getting something, the belief has to start forming that it's coming. And it's a really cool way to think about, right? Taking those wants an extra step. It's not about waiting for things to just kind of drop in our lap, even though that's fine, right? It's in the ease of manifestation. There's nothing wrong with that. But it's about learning how to go for the things that we really want and be determined in calling them in not being a passive passenger in life, right? But being an active one. It is about intention. It is about driving the reality with force. It is about focusing on those things that we want and expanding them versus just sitting and allowing. It's the combination of wanting and allowing. We can't just sit in allowing without an actual want. We can't just sit back, because then we'll just expand that space of sitting back. I also wanted to take a moment and dive a tiny bit more into clearing up our want. Because I guess before we can fully manifest our want, our determined want, everything we've talked about, and bring it forth into reality with speed, we have to figure out what it is that we want. And another step to that is why we want it. I find that many times, even our intention, our want, once we understand deeply why we want it, will shift, right? I like the example of calling in a partner, wanting to get married. And then when you really ask yourself, okay, but why? Why do I want to get married? And you understand that I want partnership. I want somebody to be there for me. I want to feel supported. I want to co-create. Whatever it is that your why is, will start shifting then. Well, then is it really a marriage that you want? Or can you fulfill these things in your life in a different way? And either answer is fine. You might land on yes, partner, marriage, totally great. But recognizing the why and understanding truly what it is that I want is so crucial and important to the first process of manifesting and calling and allowing what I want. And so I wanted to just bring this point again for you guys. Allow yourself to really understand what it is that you want and why do you want it. And allow that concept to evolve for you. You're also going to find that once you clear this up, a little while will pass and it will shift. Your want will change. So again, in order for us to manifest with the speed of want and determination, we have to clear up what we want and why we want it. And then we have the other side of the coin, which is the believing. And sometimes, so many of us believe in the things that we do not want and therefore calling them in. We believe that nobody really understands us. We believe that nobody really respects us. We have beliefs that are around scarcity mindset, that if somebody's really, really rich, it means they're taking from us. There isn't enough. There's a limit to the resources in this universe. And so this process of creating, of manifesting works both ways, good or bad, wanted or unwanted. And understanding the power that we have around creating, where we don't necessarily have to be in a belief in order to have it, I feel like is powerful. I feel like it's harder to shift a belief and it's easier to be in a want. Being in a want for many of us is fulfilling a need. It's something that is natural. It's something that is easy. Shifting through a belief is harder. It requires more self-work. It requires more acknowledgement. And again, it's extremely beneficial to work through your beliefs and understand them and undo the ones that don't serve you, because beliefs will attract automatically. Beliefs are very subconscious. Beliefs are very deep and they will still call in reality. It's interesting because I feel like when I first studied spirituality and understood the law of attraction and worked with creating and manifesting, I was introduced to the world through Louise Hay, and Louise Hay is very big into beliefs. She's so big into restructuring beliefs. Beliefs is the core, and she's right. She's not wrong at all. It's very true. It is a very valid aspect of the process, and one that I do not want to discount during this episode. I really feel like beliefs are very important. And honestly, especially being a hypnotherapist, I understand the incredible connection the beliefs have with our subconscious and the way that we create unconsciously. And I completely think that understanding our beliefs, understanding why we believe certain things, is it serving us, undoing them, is very smart. And I also understand that sometimes it's very difficult. Like I mentioned, my journey, and I've done this work. I'm not new to this. So I can only imagine how difficult this could be for somebody that's just starting. I've been living and breathing this work my whole life. I've been channeling, opening up consciously to this work when I was 16. So really understanding it and still experiencing such difficulty around shifting a belief, around a condition that was very hard for me, that I've lived and dealt with for so long. And to be able to recognize that I can change, that I can actually create change, that I can manifest what I want without having to change the belief. Yes, I'm still tending to it, but it's a lot easier to tend to it because now a new belief was completely formed because new reality actually happened. I did get pregnant naturally, so it's an easy space now to land on. But still, really recognizing that I can evoke change, I can bring change forward simply by being in my want, in my determination, is huge. It's huge. And so I really wanted this episode to open you guys up to this process of shifting through want and reconnecting you through want. And I felt very inspired to again invite this higher frequency into our episode today. I think you probably can even feel just in the way that I'm speaking. It's like a high vibe episode speaking about the movement in which we want to bring things forward, that acceleration that happens, and really feeling called to create a meditation around it. And so we're going to move into a segment of meditation that I created. And it's all about realigning you with the fact that you are a moving being. All of your particles are made of atoms that vibrate. You are not truly solid. And so when we allow that connection, and it's something that I've experienced in my own sessions, connecting to that high frequency of vibration allow us to align to who we are, to our soul, in a much deeper manner, and therefore bring forward with more ease what we want, living in a reality of what we want, expanding that. And so I really hope that you're going to connect to the next piece and enjoy the meditation. I really loved doing it. I could literally feel the acceleration in my body as I was speaking it and creating it. Definitely allow a safe space for this. So if you are driving or, work, whatever, not in a good space to go with me on this journey, pause, come back to this later. If you are in a space, go for it. It really was pretty fun. I feel the vibration that still kind of lingers from just doing it. And so I really hope you like it. Here it is. I invite you to take a nice deep breath. Letting go. Exhaling. I want you to take another nice deep breath, filling up, and this time, take another breath. Expand that lung, bring it into that full capacity. Give it a little stretch. And then gently exhale. Inviting breath to come through you with ease, just moving powerfully through your body and really recognizing and tuning into the gentle hum of your being. You are made of vibrating atoms. None of you is really truly stagnant. It only appears so, but it isn't. Down to the core of who you are vibrating material. You are constantly moving. And that remembrance, that invitation to reconnect with that, helps bring you into a space of alignment with your inner being, with who you really are, with your soul self. And so I want you to just allow a few breaths for the vibration. Just feel into that. Acknowledge that each part of you, each cell of you is composed of atoms, composed of vibrating particles. That everything around you is composed of the same, and everything around you is in a constant movement and vibration. I want you to invite your imagination to take you and guide you onto a path, an open path. It can be anything. It can be nature, dirt. It can be a road. It can be anything that you would like. It can be a beach, sand, a path laid in front of you, a place to walk and to run. And you begin your walk on that path, just feeling into the vibration of your being, the vibration of your steps, walking, feeling that pace. And allowing that movement, that vibration, to dance within you. It's if your little particles are beginning to harmonize with your pace, with your walk. And you are vibrating in this harmony as you're walking. Picking up speed, you're walking faster. And it feels really exhilarating. It feels good. It feels liberating. It's this surrender that happens. It's this tribal dance in a way. It's letting go fully and completely into the movement of the body. It's rhythm. It's motion. It's vibration. It's movement. And with that comes ease. With that comes just a natural state of who you are. Vibrating. Walking. And you're picking up speed and you're starting to jog. Just a jog, a slight jog. And your body is light. Everything is easy. As you're moving, you're noticing the ease in which your body is moving. It's like you're made out of air. It's so easy to jog. It's so nice. Everything just bounces and moves and vibrates. It is part of just the essence of who you are, and it just feels so good to allow space for that to just happen. Beautiful. Moving, jogging, faster, beginning to run now. And your run is there, and it's vibrating through you, and your path is open ahead of you, and it feels liberating and freeing and so good to run, to just run, to let go, to run. And you're vibrating. And your particles are matching your pace. They're matching your pace, and it feels so incredible. And you're running. And you're free and you're light. You're made of air as you're running. It feels so good. And the speed in which you're able to run now, you're beginning to go so fast. Things become a blur at your side. Just incredible speed of spirit, speed of wind, strong wind, moving faster and surrendering to the rhythm of your particles. And the faster you go, the more you realize that you begin to lift. You begin to lift. You are air as you move up into the ethers, moving fast, beginning to fly. And there's so much freedom and space to just go. And it's infinite, which means your speed can be infinite. All limitations are gone, and you are free. And you go, and you're fast. And it's exhilarating and exciting and so freeing. It is so freeing. Oh, it feels so good to be so free. And you allow that fast movement to carry you outside the limits and time and space, moving you into the universe, moving you into whatever direction you wish to go, to zoom. And you're so fast, planets and stars become a blur at your side. And the freedom in which comes with the speed and the acceleration of your particles, the oneness that you're achieving now is so wonderful. It feels so good to just zoom like that, to be free, to remember. Allowing that freedom to surround you, to move through you, to support you, to let you expand fully, letting go. And in that expanded space, in that space of full freedom, you can begin to allow your particles to move in the direction of your want. Feel it, feel time accelerating, feel yourself being pulled into that reality in which the want is here. Feel the acceleration from this moment, from this time, from this space as you zoom through. Know that your wants are being woven for you as you're flying. Your wants are coming into your space with great speed as you're emanating and becoming this beautiful, free spirit. You are beginning to just reconnect to the breath and slowing your speed with that breath. Still expanded, still in that space of connection and alignment. Slowing down the flight into a hover and a float. Allowing the breath to begin to anchor back. Allowing a count up begin to call you back. Taking with you what you experience, the vibration in which you just took your flight and reconnected to is still with you. Even as you slow your speed of your flight, the essence of who you are, your particles, the way they vibrate, is with you. Allow my count up to just support this journey back into this time and into this space, and just integrating this experience fully into the physical. 1, open up to great gratitude and appreciation for this moment, to experience the acceleration of who you are, the acceleration of your wants and your dreams coming into your reality, experiencing just the vibration of your being and the freedom that comes with it. Just a lot of appreciation and gratitude to you for being here, for listening, for taking this time to connect. 2, allowing yourself to gently hover and float now back into this time, into this space as you find yourself, your body, reconnect, weave yourself into one whole being, mind, body, soul. 3, a nice deep breath now, bringing forth all that you experience, your want in its accelerated way forward, your beliefs and desires following suit. Another nice deep breath. Let's bring in awareness into the physical body, wiggling fingers and toes, just bringing it fully into the now, reconnecting. 4, it feels truly as if you've been bathed with this exhilarating waters, truly as if you've taken flight, refreshing winds, and leaving you feeling very energized and connected and ready to go about the rest of your day or night. Balanced, aligned, more connected into who you really are than perhaps you've experienced in some time. 5, as you allow your awareness fully and completely into the space, just reconnecting, opening your eyes, wiggling fingers, toes, some more stretching, bringing forth sensations back into the physical body. Welcome back. Care for yourself with gentleness. Even though this was exhilarating, it was extremely expansive and very, very high vibrational. And so allow some time for that vibration to resettle in your physical body, reconnect to it. Maybe go for a walk, feel and ground with the earth. I really appreciate you taking your time today and spending it with me, listening and connecting. I am so grateful for your presence and your support. Thank you for joining me, and thank you so much for inviting me into your life. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Healing with Hila. If you'd like to hear more like that, join me on my Patreon page for exclusive content and my mini podcast, Midnight Thoughts. I'd love to hear more from you. Leave in the comments anything you would like for me to discuss in future episodes. Thank you so much for inviting me into your life. So much love your way.